Hello everybody, my name is Jason.
I'm Jenny.
Welcome to the Game Warrior, the top 50 games of all time, 2022 edition. We are in the teens, I think. We've got 20 to 11. 20 to 11. And I'll be going first. So, this is our list. We used Pub Meeple, as we've explained in the previous videos. We'll put links to the other videos. This has been exciting. You've been having fun?
Mm-hmm.
Been having fun?
Yep.
I've been having fun. 20. 20 is a game I don't know if we'll ever play again. I hope so. I love it, but it is hard to get to the table.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
Rising Sun.
Yep.
I've enjoyed it. I don't think I've ever won it. But I
won it.
love the feel and the mechanics and the whole thing. It is also a game, it's a 3 to 5 player game, so it's a game we can't play.
Which is why it's so hard to get to the table. You have to have 3 people.
Yeah.
So.
I love the miniatures. I love the feel. It is part of the Blood Rage Rising Sun Ankh trilogy. It is the highest of the trilogy for me by Simon and Eric M. Lang. I just love this game. I love the feel of it. It's just got a atmosphere to it, but we haven't played it in the last year.
Yeah.
But on the Pub Meeple thing. So it's a war game. Dudes on the map. It's got a very strong, I would say, I think it's Japanese feel to it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love it. I love me some Rising Sun. I wish we could play it more often.
Yep.
All right. 20 for you. We're in the top 20.
My number 20 is...
This is getting serious. All those previous games were hot garbage. This is where it's getting good.
Okay, this is going to be a big shocker. Ready for this big shocker? My number 20 is Rising Sun.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, it's just so hard to get to the table because it requires 3 players and not 2. But so cool. I love the Japanese theme. I love the miniatures, the colors, the different clans and their different powers. You do kind of this bidding system when you go to war to try and, just secretly outmaneuver your opponent. It's got different, aspects where you're doing diplomacy, or you can betray someone, or you're going to the temple to worship. So it's weaving in a lot of really cultural stuff. You can buy monsters that then are part of your army. So Rising Sun is just such a cool game. It's got so much going on. It's not just some straightforward dudes on a map style game.
Yeah.
So I love this game, but yeah, we have not played it in the past year. So wish we could do it with 2 players.
All right. Number 19. Number 19. What do you think it is? Let me give you a hint. It's been on your list.
It's been on my list.
It's one of our old classics.
Old classics.
Not old. I'll just tell you.
Yeah, just tell us.
I'll just tell you. It's Res Arcana.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
For us, it's an old classic.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little card game. I love that you only have, you draw 3 cards, and with that 3 cards, you can start to build an engine. You're like, I just need more than this. Your deck is 8 cards. That's it.
Yep.
And you can do so much with it, and yeah, it's a great game. It's a great game. I think we just burned out. We just haven't played it in a while. We had some friends that we played it with all the time. Just throw Res Arcana down. Oh, great game. Highly recommend it. It's affordable, easy to get. It's got a couple good expansions. Good stuff. I love it. Yeah,
yep.
I love Res Arcana.
Res Arcana.
So what's your 19?
All right, my number 19 is Architects of the West Kingdom.
Architects is that high?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? My Res Arcana was 4 last time, though, by the way. So it's definitely dropped.
Oh, really? Wait. Oh, on your...
My 4, yeah.
That's Res Arcana. Oh, okay.
Just going back a second. Rewind.
Okay. I'm back. So yeah, Architects of the West Kingdom. I really enjoy this game. I think these
20 workers.
20 workers.
It's crazy.
There's a lot you can do in this game. There's a lot you can do to your opponent in this game. It's very fun. Easy to learn. It's for sure the lightest.
It's the easiest of them all.
Yeah, it's the lightest game of all the games that these guys have made. So, but I love Architects. I love the artwork that they do. I love the look and feel is very similar through their games, but the games themselves are incredibly different. So,
Well
Architects
done.
of the West Kingdom.
Architects. That means there's at least 2 other games of theirs above that. Spoiler alert.
Maybe.
Spoiler alert. All right, let's move it on.
Okay.
Move it. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, number 18. Number 18 is a game that will be higher on her list. I 100% guarantee it. It is pretty clever. I just did a review of it. I think it's up, or it's close to being up. I also did a how to play it. Not a how to, I didn't teach it, but what it plays like. It is called Meadow.
How is this not higher?
Because it's not that good.
It is so good. Never mind. It might be on my list.
It's a good game. It's a good game. You know, I hear it and Cascadia were kind of the 2 games at the end of 2021 last year. Not this year. We're actually in 2023 while we film this, but to get clear. But I much prefer Meadow over Cascadia. But I do like Cascadia. But I will say, if you have a choice between the 2, go for the Meadow.
For sure.
Go for the Meadow. It's a great little tableau building game, and you build up this tableau. At first, it seems like, I can't do this. I can't do it. And then everything's built on each other. You know, you put a worm down, and then you buy the bird that eats the worm. And then, you know an old lady who swallowed a spider and wiggled and tickled inside her. Swallowed the spider to catch the fly.
That's not the game. He's gone off the map.
I don't know why she swallowed the fly. I know an old lady swallowed.
Okay.
My number 18, Meadow. What do you got? What do you got for me?
All right, my number 18 is one, again, I'm really surprised this is not higher on my list, but we had a lot of really good games this year. So, Marvel United.
What?
Yeah.
That is a surprise. You love Marvel United.
I love Marvel United, another game.
You love it.
Yeah, you can toss down, you play it really quick. It's easy to learn, it's easy to teach, it's fun to play. I love it's very unique in that you throw down your card and you use the previous card's power along with your card. There are so many miniatures that you can play, so many heroes and so many villains, because we've got about every expansion under the sun. And it just makes every game completely different because they all do different things. So
such a simple, elegant, fun game, and particularly, so it's a great mechanical system. It's going to be on my list, I'll tell you, but it's just fun. You know, you want to play Wolverine, you get to play Wolverine. You want to play, you know, who'd you play last time?
Blink.
Blink. So just pulled Blink, and I played. X-23, like the female version of Wolverine, right? And there's so many bad guys, so many good guys. It's just endless fun. You can play it with your friends. You can play it all day long.
Yeah.
Like there's no end. You don't go, oh, I'm done with this game. You just keep playing until someone's leaving and the game is over once it gets going. Now it's not a meaty Euro game or anything like that, but what an elegant design.
Yeah.
And just fun.
Really well done.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Interesting note is we had someone ask if we were doing our top 20s this year or our top whatevers, and they said because last year they listened to our video and picked up Marvel United.
Oh, cool.
And we're very, very glad.
Yeah, it's an awesome game.
So if you're one of those few listeners that hasn't got this game yet, you just can't go wrong.
I guarantee it's going to be higher on his list for sure.
And just so you know, if you're listening right now in January of 2023, within the next month, Simon will be doing another Kickstarter called Marvel United, the Multiverse. So it will do another full expansion of content. And you will be able to, I'm not 100% sure, but I think you'll be able to go back and get the X-Men content, which is the second one, and then the original content, which is like the Avengers. Cool. Yeah. And we actually don't have the original content. We only have the X-Men, which is a ton of stuff, but we will be getting the rest of it. Marvel United. All right, let's move it on. Okay. Oh, I'm surprised that this is, we're number 17. I'm surprised this is so high. This is weird, but people told me this. It is Lost Ruins of Arnak. Which we talked about in the last video and yours. Yep, again, a scarce start. This is a game that makes me want to design a game because I want the feel of going up a river, you know, finding jungle stuff.
Indiana
Jones style. This is a great game. It doesn't actually get me that feel that I want. I want it to be more immersive. Like a game like Nemesis, which puts me on a ship and things are going wrong and we're not going to make it. We're all going to die. We're all going to die, man. That kind of thing. I want to be on a ship. That's a theme I want to explore. Someday I'm going to try to design a game that you feel alone in the wilderness on a chugging boat, and maybe an Apocalypse Now feel too. That's a version of it from Heart of Darkness. So yeah, something like that. But great game. Sorry, tangent. Yep. Total tangent.
You're number 14 last year, by the way.
Number 14 last year. Yep. Well, I'm glad you're paying attention. Somebody's got to. All right. So number 16. Oh, or you're 17. Yeah, you're 17.
So my number 17 was already on your list, and that is Carnegie.
Ooh, you liked it.
Yeah.
This is weird. This is such a meaty Euro, and she was leaning forward the whole time and starting to put things together. I can tell when she likes a game. Like you were playing Endless Winter, and you were fascinated, but you were wondering.
Yeah.
But Carnegie, little glitter in her eyes.
Yeah.
And the second time we played, she started putting things together in this beautiful string and got all the way to the end and dropped the ball. But you could see it coming. Like the strategy was being played out. Yeah, that excites you. This little meaty, tight Euro.
Yeah, very well done. It's, like you said, it strings together really nicely. It's a beautiful game, too. The artwork's really beautiful. So, Carnegie.
Carnegie. Yeah, I can't fault you for that. I think mine will rise. Number 16 is a game that will be on your list ahead of mine. If it's not, I'll be totally surprised. It is the Viscounts of the West Kingdom. A game that we played the very first time when Jennie was tired. And at the end, she said, I hate that game. I hate it. Never want to play it again. And I said, are you sure? We got to play it one more time. She goes, let me take a nap.
It worked.
She came back an hour later from the map, played again, went, I was totally wrong. That's a great game. Yeah. Ironically, Endless Winter was the same problem. You needed a nap for that one, too.
Yeah.
Those are the two games.
Didn't quite have the turnaround after that.
Didn't quite have the turnaround. So Viscounts is another Shem Phillips, S.J. McDonald game. And of the trilogy, there's a third one called Paladins. We own Paladins, haven't played it yet. Sitting out on the pillar. It might happen in the next week or two, I think. We've got a lot of stuff going on, but we'll see. So we can't, and then when we do it, we have this plan of doing a review of all three, so we'll get to it. But Viscounts is this, again, you're just moving this guy around, a totally new mechanic. You're building people in the castle, you're writing manuscripts, you're building supplies. There's so many ways to score points. You got deeds, you got debts. I don't know. We've reviewed it. There's a review out there. I'll try to link it below, but it's either something that kind of clicks for you or it doesn't. A lot of people it does. It's a very Euro. There's no miniatures. It's all a lot of wooden cubes and pieces. Yeah, Viscounts. She's not saying anything because it's higher in her list. Okay. Number 16, Jennie. What's your number 16?
All right, my number 16 is Blood Rage.
Blood Rage!
Blood Rage! So we've already talked about this one. I'm surprised it's higher on my list than it was on Jason's, but again, another really well done game. Playing Vikings, the theme pulls through very, very nicely. So yeah, Blood Rage.
I might want to, like, I don't know, going over these lists, you start to think, I want to play this, I want to play this, I want to play this. Like, right now, I want to play Blood Rage.
Yeah.
There you go. Blood Rage. All right, moving on. Moving on. We are at number 15. I'm surprised this is so low because this is truly one of my favorite games of all time. It's one of your favorites. We love it. And we've introduced it to a lot of people, not had the same positive result.
Oh.
And that is Nemesis.
Yeah.
We've got all the miniatures painted. When Jenny is in a Nemesis mood, we lay it out and we just try to get through that ship. Oh, I will be clear about this. Never. So the game is built. It has it's built under the semi-cooperative mode where there's a trader involved. And I saw a list of someone doing that this year. Well, I don't remember his name, but he was with Michael of the King of Average. So it was the guy who was with him on the list. And he was like, Nemesis is down, or Lockdown is down for him because he doesn't like that co-op thing. And he doesn't want to play it cooperatively because that's not the way it was designed. And I went up and I typed on the thing, no, never play it with the Betrayer game. I mean, who wants to do that? Who wants to get halfway done and have someone stab you in the back? I mean, yeah, go watch Aliens. Burke, he did that, but they got him in the end, right? So they got him. In the game, you might not get him. And there's one guy going, haha, I win, and I did it by betraying you. Just play it cooperatively. It's the same feel of being trapped on a ship and thinking you're going to die, and you probably will. Mm-hmm. And if you do win, how many cinematic pulling a hat out of our ass wins have we had? And you're just,
Or deaths.
Or deaths. You're right there. You're getting into the hat.
Like,
you're getting in. You're like, I made it. Boom. Your chest explodes. Oh, no. What a game. I know a lot of people that don't like it, but
so good.
So good. Nemesis.
All right, that was your number 10 last year.
Oh, it's dropped. Well,
yeah.
It's hard to play. That's dropped because there's just a lot of good games. Nothing more.
Yeah.
Nothing more. And there was a period of time when like once a month you like on a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday afternoon, like, Jason, let's
get Nemesis.
Let's play some Nemesis. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we'd set it up. And we got really quick and good at it. I have a how to play video of it. I actually did a how to play video, and I'm going to be doing more of those. And that was one of my favorites to do. It was so exciting. Oh, I love it.
All right.
Nemesis. What do you got? And that was my number 10 last time. Thank you.
All right. So my number 15 is Viscounts of the West Kingdom. So just slightly below yours, but
we're close.
Great game. We already talked about it. Love these games. Love this whole series of games. Again, we haven't played Paladins yet, but I imagine it's going to be really good. So, Viscounts of the West Kingdom.
One thing to say about this too real quick is that there's a series of games that Jenny used to be really famous for winning the first game. Like catching something. First time you play, we open the box, figure it out, and then she'd lose. Like just wasn't able to... I'm not being funny. That would seem to be a pattern for you, right?
I'm a quick learner, and then that's it. I just stop.
But she's broken through that. No, you're right. Like she wins games. Like she'll win that first game, and she'll go, "That's it. I'll never win again," and she'll laugh. And then she wins the next one, and the next one. There's a lot of games. She's won a lot of Meadow. She's won a lot of Viscounts. Mm-hmm. We played right now. There's a good chance she'd win. It's not a one. You're not a one-hit wonder anymore when it comes to games. Just wanted to say that because Viscounts is a game that I rarely beat you at.
Yeah.
There's other games I beat you at a lot. This was one I have not figured this thing out. Mm-hmm. So, all right, what do we got? We are at 14, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, 14. Classic, great game. And I'm going to cheat here and double it, even though... okay, I'm not going to double it. Never mind. Magic the Gathering. Love this game. If I found the right group of people, and it might be the number one game because that's what we play. Now, the way the marketing is designed is there's 3-4 new sets, so it's $400 or $500, and each year you just keep buying, and so yeah, you can do without that. But the game, fantastic. Mm-hmm. Magic the Gathering, love it. And I really enjoyed the Warhammer crossover Commander. Oh, so good. Okay, My number 14, Magic the Gathering. What's your 14?
All right, so my number 14 is Lords of Hellas.
Such a good game.
Such a good game. So another kind of dudes on the map style game. You're in ancient Greece. You're fighting ancient Greek monsters like the Hydra and
Cerebus,
Cyclops, and
yeah,
so
great.
just really cool game. There's a couple different ways that you can win. Some of them are by engaging in battle directly. Some are by doing other things while other people are engaging battles directly. So just a really smart, really clever game. The miniatures are awesome. So yeah, I really enjoy this game. I feel like it's more strategic than just a straightforward dudes on the map game. So Lords of Hellas.
Love me some Lords of Hellas. Love me some Lords of Hellas. And in fact, I love it so much, it's my number 13. Great. We painted the miniatures. We sat around watching football games, painting and playing. I don't think we have convinced as many other people in the world that it's as great as us, as we like it.
It's as great as us.
As great as us. It's funny. It's another game along with Blood Rage that we bring to the game group a lot and just hasn't gotten out. I do believe people will love Blood Rage. I do believe the game group will like Lords of Hellas. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful, well-made game by Awakened Realms. I highly recommend it. There is a sequel to it called The Lords of, might be Ragnarok.
I think you're right.
Coming, which is the game ported to the Norse world. We're very excited about that. We went all in on the Kickstarter. It should be sometime this year in 2023. But right now we're really happy with the base game of Lords of Hellas. Your number 13.
My number 13 is Foundations of Rome.
For a game you play a lot of. That's down there.
I was surprised. So Foundations of Rome is a gigantic game. It gets a lot of attention if you're carrying it around at a con. So you're basically, it's kind of almost chess-like where you're purchasing lots and then you're placing your buildings, and at the same time it's kind of, you're trying to strategically outpoint your competitors. So yeah, it's just very simple. So as big as it is, I thought it was going to be monstrously complex. It's not complex at all. And you can throw it down and play it pretty quickly. So it's the way that they got all those buildings and miniatures so nicely packed that you can just pull them out, pop it down, play it. Really clever, really easy to play, really easy to learn, and just super fun.
Yeah, it's such a huge game. We've done a review of it. It might be up, it might not be. How do you argue with this game? It's so simple and it plays pretty quick that it just gets to the table
a lot
every weekend so far.
Yep.
I won yesterday. Right? You just did 13?
I did 13.
12 is a game that I know will be on Jenny's list. I might be wrong. No, maybe it is. It's right up by, it's the Wayfarers of the South Tigris. Shem Phillips and S.J. McDonald have created their next trilogy. This is the first of it. We just got this recently, about a month ago. We kickstarted it. I don't know what to say. It's a stylistically weird game. They do a totally different dice placement thing. They do buying cards, building a tableau. You're an explorer in Baghdad, looking at the stars, looking out at the ocean, looking at the land. Excuse me. It's complex. It's meaty. It's tough to win. When you win, it's like you're not even sure how you won, but you know that you did something right. Mm-hmm. It's a game not for everyone, but I love it. I mean, when we first got, what was it, Viscounts was the first one. We thought, we'll get one of these things. It's a popular thing. We better check it out.
Right.
And then we learned that we liked Viscounts, and then we liked Architects, and then we liked Wayfarers. I don't know. We might be turning into those kind of gamers. Well, she's not saying anything. That means it's on her list. I could be completely wrong. Okay, number 12 for Jason, Wayfarers of the South Tigris.
All right. So my number 12 is brace yourself. It's going to be okay. My number 12.
Happy.
Huh?
not going to be happy. Now I'm worried.
His leg is shaking. My number 12 is Oathsworn.
That's not correct. That's not correct. She's lying.
It is.
You're making that up.
No, it's right here. It's Oathsworn.
I'm not looking at your list, remember?
All right, so okay, we are in the middle of the Oathsworn campaign, and I am having a glorious time with it.
You're having a glorious time.
I am having a glorious time with it. The miniatures are amazing. The board is amazing. I love that you go from city to out on a mission into the deep wood. The narration is fantastic. The voice actor is phenomenal. Where I am struggling a little bit with Oathsworn is there's just certain mechanics having to do with the battles that just feel clunky to me. And it's just a little bit frustrating. It's not as smooth and seamless as I would like. But other than that, I think this is a fantastic game.
No, she's right about the mechanics. And whenever you do in a game design, don't ever make Jennie feel stupid.
Because that's your fault, not mine.
No, if you have an unintuitive thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you have an unintuitive thing. It's a mechanic that's great for the game. You know, like it has to do with the weapons. You can put your weapons into a certain area and get a bonus from them. And then the weapon doesn't work anymore for a while.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't make any sense. And then you're like, and I have to go, and you go, I'm doing this. I'm like, you can't. And the weapon isn't there anymore. And then she looks at me like, what? And I've made her feel stupid, and she doesn't like that. Some clunkiness that shouldn't. This game is being held above and beyond by everyone as the most amazing thing. It is amazing.
It's amazing.
But
It's
it's
there's
not
some
perfect.
pieces that just don't logically make sense.
That is
where, like,
not
where you're
perfect.
playing the game and you're like, yeah, I just used my weapon. Why can't I use my weapon again? Like, I don't understand why I can't use my weapon again. So, but it's a phenomenal game. It's really fun. It doesn't pull any punches. I mean, it will kill you. So it's a great game. It's a great romping adventure.
It will be on my list. All right. We are done, right? We got one more to go.
One more?
And then we go to the top 10. So
Yeah.
my number 11 was just on her list. And you might be surprised that it's so low on mine, which is Foundations of Rome.
Really? Wow. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, this is the weird game where everyone's all sitting around, it's like, what should we play? And someone goes, can we play that Rome game? And out it comes, and it's this big box, and you're like, oh, it's going to take forever to set up. And you slam it out, put things out, boom,
Yeah.
go. 3 things you can do. You can buy a land, you can buy a deed, you can collect money, or you can build a building. That's it. That's your whole game. That's it. And by the end of the game, we had everyone stands, because you're building.
Looking over the city.
So everyone's standing around, looking, and it's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a great game, and we barely dug into the expansions. We started with the monuments, which is amazing, and there's a lot of content.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
They were smart. It gets to the table really, really easily, so that's smart.
Yeah, such beautiful miniatures, and the tray design. Thank you. They did it right.
Yeah, it was great.
Did it right. Oh, well, we need your 11.
All
Thank
right,
you,
bye,
everybody.
guys.
I'll see you later.
All right, so my number 11, I think it's going to be okay.
Is it?
It is Gloomhaven. So Gloomhaven is another gigantic campaign. I love Gloomhaven. We have just not gotten it to the table, which is why it has dropped in my ranking. It's really hard to get to the table. It's gigantic. There is a ton to it, but I personally love my character, the Brute. The combat system is brilliant. So Gloomhaven, my number 11.
I agree. We just need to play this more.
Yeah.
We just need to play this more. Once we finish Oathsworn, we are planning on starting Frosthaven. All right. That's been our top 20 through 11. Tell us what you think. Tappa Tappa. It's been Jason
And Jennie.
of the Game Warrior. Top 10 is coming next. Till then, good gaming.